Start talking.
Hey writing gang, don't really have time to explain, but I've got 2 minutes to give you as many writing tips I can. We're going to talk about protagonists. Give adequate concern to your protagonist's name. Don't obsess over it, but try to remember this is the name your readers are going to see the most throughout the story. Pick a good one. Give your protagonist some cool friends. Don't try to make a solo quest hero who's perfect. They won't be. They'll just be boring. Remember that every character is the protagonist of their own story. Keep this in mind when writing side characters and antagonists, and you'll have well-rounded characters that are likable. Beat your protagonist up a little. Don't make them win every fight. Nobody can relate to a character who wins 100% of their battles. And if they can't relate, it'll generate hate. Make sure your protagonist grows. If nothing about them changes throughout the story and they're the exact same person they are at the end that they were at the beginning, then why am I reading it? Give your protagonist a worthwhile goal. Don't make it too easy to obtain or too simple. It'll hurt more when they fall short of that goal, and it'll be twice as rewarding when they achieve it. Give your protagonist a relevant past. Now, it's worth it to mention here that doesn't mean tragic, but it should matter in the story. Otherwise, why am I reading about it? Choose your point of view wisely. If your protagonist is someone who's very honest about their feelings and acts the way they think, third person is fine. If this is someone who often acts differently than the way they're thinking, first person might be the way to go to get a better look inside their head. Use flashbacks with care. What matters about your protagonist are their choices in the story, not their past. Their past can be an important turning point, how they choose to come to terms with or defy it, but something important has to happen to them in the story that's happening now. Choose elements for your protagonist because they matter to the story, not to be different. For instance, don't create a female character who's perceived as strong just because she has habits that are perceived as manly. It's supposed to come off as tough, but it won't, because that's not real strength. Don't give your protagonist superpowers for free. If they have some kind of incredible ability that gives them a leg up, you better give it a price or consequence, otherwise they come off as invincible. Make sure there's a reason your protagonist is the main character. There should be something interesting about them that sets them apart. It doesn't have to be a unique ability. It could be a unique perspective, or perhaps a secret that only he or she knows.
Time's up.
How'd I do?
Not good enough.
No! 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 Roadside Writer out.